Hi everyone, this is Helloangel.design. Today I'm going to show you how to make a dress with circle skirt. You can see right here I attach a bow at the waistline and I also attach a bow right here, which is really beautiful, and it's a very full circle skirt, and I use a very stretchy fabric. And this is how the back of the dress look. It has a little bit wide, deeper back neckline. And this is the front. I line in the top, but I did not line in the skirt. I just fold inside 1/2 inch and top stitch around the skirt. Please support me by subscribing and also click the notification bell so that whenever I upload new video, you will be the first to be notified. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. If you have anything to add to my tutorial, please go ahead and put it on the comment section. If you're just stopping by, thank you so much for watching, and let's get started. I have cut my fabric ready, and I'm using a very stretchy fabric. First thing what you have to do, don't forget to also cut your lining if you're going to make this kind of dress. You can make it without no lining, depends on you, but I'm going to line in the top. First thing what you have to do, you open your top. Because I'm using a stretchy fabric, so I cut interfacing. So this is my interfacing. I don't want the neckline to overstretch. That is why I cut interfacing. So what I'm going to do, I'll just take it to my ironing board and press along the neckline and the both armhole. So I will also do the same thing with the back of the top. So if you're using stretching fabric, if you don't want your neckline to overstretch, make sure to cut interfacing. The width that I have here is 1.5 centimeter. Take it to your ironing board, just press along the neckline and the both armhole. You do the same thing with the back of the top. I have ironed the interfacing on the top. This is how it is once you've done that. So what you're going to do, this is the back of the top. So you take your lining, put them together, pin around the neckline and the both armhole. So just go ahead and start pinning. I have pinned the neckline and the armhole together, and I did the same thing with the back. So when you put your fabric together, make sure both front of your made fabric and your lining are facing each other. Just go ahead and start and pin it all in place. So right now I will take it to my sewing machine. I will stitch around the both armhole and neckline. And I'll do the same thing with the back, the both armhole and neckline. Do not stitch the shoulder yet. Do not also stitch the shoulder yet of the back. Once you have done stitching, take your scissors, snip around the neckline curved edge. As you can see, all the curved, just go ahead and snip it all around. Turn it inside out and give it a very good press. I have stitched the both armhole and the neckline. I did the same thing with the back. The next thing that you have to do is to stitch the shoulder of the top. So what you're going to do, so you're going to turn your top inside out. So first thing, I will just turn the front top inside out like this. So once you've done it this way, so turn it inside out like this, and you take the back, the top like this, place your office pin inside, and then open your front top, and you can see this is also the front of your back top. So you're going to put it inside the front shoulder. So just push it inside like this and take it out, take off your office pin, and then just fix the shoulder properly once you've done that, and then pin it in place. So just go ahead and pin the shoulder in place. Make sure you fix it properly. And then you also do the same thing with the second shoulder. Place your office pin inside like this, so you can see both front of your front top and the back are facing each other, both fabric, and just push your office pin inside the shoulder like that, and then take it out. Fix the shoulder properly, then you can pin it in place. Once you have done pinning, take it to your sewing machine, stitch across. My seam allowance is 1 centimeter, so go ahead and stitch the both shoulder in place. I have top stitched the shoulder. The next thing that you have to do, just take your scissors and cut a little bit out from the seam allowance. So just turn it inside out like that. It's super easy. You see the way it is, and just turn it inside out. So this is how it is once you have done stitching. The next thing that you have to do is to stitch the both side seam. So put the both side seam together like this, and take your pin, just go ahead and pin the both side seam together. Once you have done pinning the both side seam together, the next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine, just give it a straight stitch all the way to the end. Stitch the both side seam together. This is how it is. I just take it to my ironing board and press along. The next thing that you have to do is to attach your skirt on the waistline. So if you cut a circle, full circle skirt, this is how it is. So what you have to do, I will just snip the both end. We'll just snip the both end like this. So once I've done it this way, so this is my top, I will just turn it on top of it and take the end, the side seam of the top. So I will place this, you see where I snip, I will just place it on top of it, and I will pin that in place. Both the lining and your made fabric, you're going to pin them together at the same time. Do not separate the lining, just pin them together. And I will come to the end right here, and I will also place both the lining and my male fabric in the place that I snip, put it at the side seam, and I will also pin that in place. Once you have done that, just go ahead and pin around the waistline of the dress. Once you have done pinning, take it to your sewing machine, just stitch along the waistline. Once you have done stitching, also take it to your overlocker, overlock the raw edges, or use zigzag to overlock the raw edges. So go ahead and stitch your circle skirt on the top dress. I have stitched the circle skirt on the waistline, and I also overlocked the raw edges. You can see it right here. And I also overlocked the raw edges of the bottom edge of the circle skirt. So the next thing that you have to do, take it to your sewing machine, top stitch the waistline all around. Make sure to set your sewing machine to 3 or 3.5. That will be your stitch length. Once you have done that, also take the bottom edge of your circle skirt, fold inside 1/2 inch, and top stitch all around. So if you don't have overlocker or you don't want to zigzag, just fold inside and then fold it again and top stitch all around. So go ahead and top stitch the waistline of your dress and also hem your skirt around. So I'm about to top stitch the waistline. This is where I overlock the raw edges of the waistline. So I push the seam towards the bodies. So I'm going to top stitch all around the waistline. And I also set my sewing machine stitch length to 3. I have top stitched the waistline and I also hem the skirt. The next thing that you have to do, cut a fabric to make a bow. The length is 5 inch while the width is 5 inch. Cut another pieces of fabric. The length is 5 inch while the width is 1.5 inch. Also cut interfacing and press along the fabric, folding into 2 like this. So put a pin so that you can turn it inside out. Put a pin like this. Take it to your sewing machine, stitch along and end there, and continue from here, stitch along. Once you have done stitching like that, then you turn your fabric like this. Sure, the seam parts, you put them together, it will be like this, and just stitch across and then stitch across. Then this gap, you can use it to turn it inside out. Once you have done that, and then make sure to press along. And this pieces of fabric, just turn it like this and give it a straight stitch, and then also turn it inside out and give it a good press. I have stitched it in place and I just take it to my ironing board and then press along. You can see that I also thread my needle. what you have to do, put them into two like this so that you know the mid part of the fabric, and place your needle inside out like that, and then pull it and just go ahead and wrap your bow. So this is how it is once you've done that. This is a bow right here, and you just take a piece of fabric, you turn it inside out like this. You can see the seam line. Instead of placing it on top so that you don't see the seam line, you first turn it like this so the seam line is facing up. This is the seam line right here. So once you take it to your sewing machine and stitch across, and then turn the fabric inside out. So once you turn it inside out, the seam line will be facing down. So go ahead and stitch that in place. I have finished making the bow. I just use it to wrap it and I turn it inside out. This is the final look of the bow. The next thing that you have to do is just to thread your needle and stitch along on the top. This is how it is once you have done doing that. If you don't want to put it at the chest line, you can also place it at the waistline, which is really cute. It's so super easy to make. It's not so difficult. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learn one or two things from this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and have a beautiful day. Bye.